Hello, Rushback here again. First of all, sorry for the lack of videos over the past couple of weeks. I've been very busy, and I know I shouldn't really be talking about it, but anyway, that's why I've not been posting that much. This is my gun review of the AK47, not 74U. Now, you may be thinking, what the hell is this? And my opinion is, most people will be saying that, because let's say I play with 100 people online in one night. I may see this gun twice, 3 times, and that means, what, 3% of people using this gun? And this is really baffling to me. And, you know, it may seem that most of my gun reviews I'm saying, this gun's great, this gun's great. This is mostly because almost every gun in all of the Call of Duties, par the F2000 in Modern Warfare 2, are good guns. They all can be used if they're used in the proper way. For example, the Scorpion. The Scorpion is probably the best gun close range because it's a 2-bullet kill. But most people look at it and think that's a BB gun. It takes forever to kill people. But it's all about understanding how to use guns. And this gun, as I said previously, is hugely like used. It's underused, and I don't really understand why. Now, I think the damage stat, I don't have them in front of me, but I know it's a 40 damage per bullet at close range, and I think it goes down to probably 30 or 25 at long range. So meaning it's a 3 to 4 bullet kill, like pretty much all the other guns. But this gun just feels powerful. I don't really know how to explain it. If you use this gun, it just feels powerful. And in my opinion, the main reason to use this is because most people seem to be stuck using the AK-74U, the smaller brother of this gun, and they seem to think it's the best gun in the game. It's not, and I'll be talking about that in my 74U review in the next few days or a week or so. And most people seem to be using submachine guns. Now this is interesting because I'll tell you the general demographic of Call of Duty, people like to play defensively. You're very rarely run into people who play, well, almost with my style. I'm not really rushing in this gameplay, but most of the time I like to play attacking. It's what I like to do. But the general demographic of how people like to play isn't really like that, in my opinion. You may think differently. I see most people like to play more defensively, and KD ratio seems to be an important thing to most people. With this in mind, why would you use a gun like the AK-74U? Because fair enough, it's powerful up close, it's a 3-bullet kill, and it's a good fire rate, good hip fire, all that stuff. But it's a 5-bullet kill over long range, and to mid range. Well, mid to long range, I think it's probably about 30 meters. It drops off to a 5-bullet kill, which is no distance at all. So, the vast majority of people, you should be using assault rifles. If you're not going to be rushing and pushing into people's faces and keeping within a close range distance, there really is no point using submachine guns unless you're defending off a small area. And for a lot of people who like the 74U, really try this gun, guys. If you haven't tried it yet, or you've used it once, and because it seems like most guns in this game, you generally get a bit of a biased view when you're using guns. I'm the same. For example, the MPL, I have a gun review of that coming up soon as well. I picked that up for the first, well, on my first Prestige basically. Picked it up off the floor, used it. Is it the classified gun? No, I'm not sure. Can't remember. But I used that gun and it's a bit like, oh, this gun's crap. I literally didn't use it again until like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Purely because in the back of my mind I'm saying this is a bad gun. And this is a view you really shouldn't have, because I use the MPL now and I see it as being a very powerful gun and very capable gun. Now, I feel this is most people's views on the AK-47, because you may use it once, you may use it twice, and you'd be like, can't get in with it, and they switch back to the FAMAS and the 74U. Now, in my opinion, this gun is almost as good as the 74U close range. If you stick a steady aim on it, I would almost go as far as saying it is as good. The fire rate is similar, but this thing is a powerhouse. In my opinion, there isn't really that many other guns that can compete with this gun at mid-range. Fair enough, the recoil is annoying. I will concede that. The recoil is it's very jumpy, but then again, it's not always a bad thing, because it doesn't go left and right, in my opinion. It just goes up. So it's very controllable, and if you're not the established player, and you can't control recoil that well, you haven't got your accuracy down to what you want it to be. But having a recoil that just goes up, you know where it's going to be, if that makes sense. The only thing is, it just seems the recoil is detached to the sight. It's really hard to explain, because when you're shooting long range, fully automatic, you can't really see their head while the recoil is going, because it's up and down. You sort of can't see it. So, at long range, I'll concede this gun's not great. And if you're going to be using it over long ranges again, I keep saying that word, but if you're going to be using it like that, you have to single fire and burst fire it. But at mid to close range, there really isn't a lot that will beat it. As I went on about in my AUG versus FAMAS video, they're both guns that are brilliant long range because of their low recoil, and they're brilliant close range because of their high fire rate. Now, these are very formidable guns, but both of these are competing against this 74U, no, the 47, sorry, close to mid-range because of its pure power. Sure, the AUG and the FAMAS are very powerful guns, very capable guns, and probably the most rounded guns in this game because they can do a lot. But in terms of pure power and killing someone as quickly as possible, not a lot will beat this gun. As you can see in this gameplay, I am destroying kids. Not just kids, that's probably harsh, but still. The only thing I would say is very connection based. I find this for a lot of guns, and of course me having a bad connection right now. By the way, to all my loyal fans out there who don't want to probably know about this, my internet company says that my internet should be good in 2 days, so fingers crossed on that, but I'll be able to put out really regular content, because at the minute I can't really post videos. Anyway, you don't want to know about that. Yeah, I find that this gun is very connection based, because it has a slower fire rate in comparison with like the AUG and the FAMAS, the two big daddies of the assault rifle category. It really is connection based, so if you pull host like I have in this gameplay here, you really are unstoppable. There's not a lot that's going to take you down, because provided you can get your 3 bullets on target, they're going to die. And that along with, well, it's a 47, it's an AK-70, no, AK-47, I will get that right one day. That along with it being powerful, the sound of it, it just sounds like a great gun. And it's a great gun to use. And it's probably my, I don't know, 3rd favourite in the assault rifle. I'll say the FAMAS is probably top. The AUG, maybe 2nd, maybe. I'm not over keen on it, to be fair. I don't know, sort of feeling things to me. And this would be 3rd, especially if I'm using an attacking style like I am generally, it is definitely top 3 anyway. So if you guys haven't used this gun yet, please put it on. In terms of attachments and stuff, there's only really one attachment you're going to be using with it. That's the extended mags. If you're using anything else, there's not really a lot else you need to be using with it. The iron sights work. It's pointless using a red dot and stuff like that on a gun that recoils so much, because there won't really be much of an advantage. The iron sights are pretty good, and you want to be using this in a general attacking gameplay, so you want to be sticking on extended mags, so having the 45 bullet clip. Dual mags works too, but I don't know, maybe my views are biased purely because I generally use the iron sights of a gun, apart from the FAMAS really. I use the iron sights of almost every gun. So use what attachment you're most comfortable with. Like I say, don't listen to any commentator about tips and tricks. Use whatever you're most comfortable with, because you're most likely to do well with it. But use sleight of hand, use your ninja, use whatever you like to use. But sleight of hand for me is an important one, purely because you'll be aiming down sights quicker. And yeah. So basically, my opinions: sleight of hand, ninja, use whatever you want, like lightweight or scavenger or anything like that. And use extended mags. So use this gun, guys. Leave a comment if you like this gun, why you don't like this gun. Have you used this gun? And yes, I can hear the comments now. What's your rush rating? Well, my rush rating is an 85. This gun's a very capable gun, close to mid-range, but not very good long range. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.